going on, y'all? It's your man Ambition, and you're watching Potato Salad Radio Show.
You sort of pointed out a few like interesting folks that you thought we should like or could look at each day, which I liked. One that I wanted to bring in like sort of a hip hop context is I'm going to try the name out here is Jan Ernst Matzeliger.
Matzeliger works for me. Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
He's an interesting dude in the sense that I believe he's the guy that revolutionized like shoes. The way that and I think for like people that a lot of sneakerheads out there who love their shoes, this guy like pretty much made it so that you guys can all have the shoes you have, even when they are priced really high.
Yeah, he made it. I guess like he made a machine that. Well, I guess the first like automated machine, so that the conveyor belt sort of strategy, so shoes could be mass produced.
Right.
And I mean, so that's I think pretty crazy, especially like you said when you look at the sneaker addiction in hip hop,
right.
And just everyone got sneakers, and that this is the man that helped laid it down, so something's not just in there sewing, right?
He had it so that like I think it was like attaching the sole to the upper part. It was like that's the part that he sort of had an automated part. I wonder if at the time he took crap, and I'm sure he did for the people that lost their jobs.
I'd imagine.
And they were like, "You're destroying the community," and he's like, "I'm revolutionizing the world."
With a name like that, he might have maybe been able to slide under the radar a little bit. Who knows?
Oh, that's possible.
That's a different name for a black man.
So at home, what you should be doing is like writing these names down, or like putting them into your computer or your phone or something, and like look them up and educate yourself more on a more broad understanding of Black history, like both globally and locally. Another one a person I wanted to bring up was Gabrielle Prosser.
Yeah.
What I'll try to do is maybe as many of these, not as many as we can, not run through them, but kind of bring up a few. So I'm wondering about like Gabrielle again. Can you tell us a little bit about Gabrielle Prosser?
Well, I'm gonna get confused.
Or why did you put?
I'm gonna get confused with him. I actually started the list kind of. Did I start with Gabriel? He was very near the beginning.
Maybe?
Yeah,
like
he was actually second. So when I started the list, the first couple names, and I mean I did have a little bit of strategy with the list. So the first couple names were people who I thought were like super militant and super in contradiction to what we would normally talk about in Black history.
So like Dutty Bookman.
Dutty Bookman is OG, man. Dutty Bookman.
Tell me about Dutty Bookman. I don't know
man.
anything about Dutty.
Dutty Bookman is.
The person listening is like, I've never heard that.
Dutty Bookman is like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, basically,
I'm looking Dutty Bookman. I'm getting our tech team to look Dutty Bookman.
You had Toussaint Louverture in Haiti during the Haitian Revolution, and Dutty Bookman was like, he was that warrior that he held it down, So it's Dutty Bookman is like the list starts with like Dutty Bookman because he's kind of like you're like a Nat Turner type character.
Okay,
you know what I mean? He's someone.
Are you excited for Birth of a Nation?
Dude, I am and I'm not.
It's going to be not as good as you want, or not as raw as you want it to be, but it's also, you're psyched that it's at least there? That's my guess.
Yeah. So first of all, once you start winning awards for stuff and people start talking about how groundbreaking, if white people like it, then it's not that hard. Nat Turner story is pretty fucking serious. I got like an 8-page Nat Turner poem. I did it once. Nobody in the room fucking moved. His story is deep. It's serious. You know what I mean? So if there's all these rave reviews, I'm like, man, this is hurting me. But
he probably has like a white best friend.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I have a white best friend. That's fine.
Who's somehow the hero, though?
I don't know.
Encourage them.
It's gonna be messed up. But I don't know. I think the guy's legit. I think it'd be a good movie. I'm definitely gonna go see it like every day all week. I'm definitely gonna own it. Yeah. For sure, yeah. I'm gonna love that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a Nat Turner tattoo, so I mean.
That's your guy.
Yeah.
We didn't really. I looked up Dutty Bookman. He's self-educated slave, born on the island of Jamaica, and he's
leader.
Badass. Like he's one of the early visible leaders of the Haitian Revolution.
Yeah, and I mean, for people that don't know, Haiti is like. one of the only nations to free itself from slavery. And then at the same time that, sorry, not slavery, but from colonization, they actually bought their independence. But even at the time when they had the earthquake there, they were still paying debt to the colonized nations of France and what have you. And I don't mean to be an asshole right now, but like, you're giving me the air to do me, so I'm just going to speak how I would normally speak, and I say this on Facebook. But it frustrates me because, like, first thing, when the Paris attacks hit, I'm like, oh, it's horrible, you know what I mean? But I go online and I see all these black people putting up the little Paris thing, and I'm like, oh, word? Pray for the people. But you do know that, like, Haiti is still today paying France, right? So I'm not going to be, you know what I mean? I'm not going to. I'm not, so that sort of stuff, when I see it, like, I know one thing doesn't necessarily relate to the other, and there's still, but yeah, I get frustrated by stuff like that.